Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video at Cardude Garage. In today's video, we're gonna go ahead and get some work done on the Accord. Plan is we're gonna get the sketch can pretty much installed as far as we can, other than welding in the bungs. But we'll get this mounted up, the lines all put together and everything, and ran the hose drilled in the valve cover, and we'll have these bungs pushed into the valve cover at least. And then I'm unsure if I'm gonna get this, if I'm gonna take it to someone and have them welded up, or if I'm just gonna get those, because I really want to try them out, those I guess the weldless aluminum rods and stuff, where you use the rods and a torch. It's kind of like braze welding. So I want to try that out to see if I can do it, but at the same time I don't want it not to work, and then I'm out, and I don't know if it'll mess up the fittings or mess up whatever. But I really want to try that, so I might do that. Obviously that won't be happening in this video, but yeah, that's the plan. And then once I get that on it, I'm actually going to be taking this valve cover over to the homie Dustin and having powder coat it. So let me know down in the comments what color you think I'm going to be getting it done. But that will be getting powder coated. I know the splatter paint looks good on it. It matches the bay, and it looks like this and it looks like that. But I'm thinking ahead. Remember, this car is getting repainted and everything. The bay's getting redone, all that. So I want to go ahead and get the valve cover powder coated now and stuff, so it looks all uniform and ready for when we do the rest of the bay and the car. So yep, that's the plan. So let's go ahead and start off by getting this mounted. Where I'm thinking about mounting this is going to be like right here. If you look, you see where there's that one bolt right there. I want to go ahead and get that put in there. So what I'm going to do is cut this opening a little bit more, where this will kind of like how it will here drop down, and then get it to bolt into that hole right there. So let's cut this out some, and then we'll get this pushed down so we can still drain it from the bottom, and then we can run the lines upwards this way and over to the valve cover. So let's do that real quick. Alright guys, so what I'm going to start off by doing is drilling a hole next to this right here, and then I can take like a grinder or something and just make the straight lines on it to clean it up, the cuts. So let's go ahead and get this started. I already pre-drilled a hole in this to make it a little easier. So let's get this where it needs to be. And then that's alright guys, so in the kit, when you get it from Maxpeedingrods, it comes with all this stuff minus the bungs for the valve cover, but it comes with your AN line, all your fittings right here, and then the drain for it, obviously the catch can and the filter. So these are the fittings that it comes with right here. So what we're going to do now is figure out which ones we're going to use off of the tank or the can, whatever you want to consider it, and then bring it over to the valve cover. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing these ones here off of the catch can itself. So we'll have one on the top, and then one down at the bottom, something like this. Then the two lines will run this way, one to here on the valve cover and the other one to here, and off of those valve cover we'll have your 90s. So it'll be coming off like that, pretty much somewhere in this general area. Maybe we'll do it right here on this end here, so it's away from that fuel, and then the other one will be like right here or here or something. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the valve cover off and measure where I want to put those bungs at, and hopefully I can drill the holes in it and stuff and get them at least pushed in, but I don't think they'll sit in there, so I don't know. Let's work on just getting these lines measure the eye to where I would want them to go, you know. So let's do that real quick and we'll get all the lines done and then we'll get to this part here. So let's get the lines put on these. Alright guys, and to put these fittings on, literally you just cut where you're going to cut. The ends already came pre-cut, so I didn't really have to do anything there. But you just push them on as hard as you can. It's good if you lubricate it with some oil or something. You'll be able to push it in. And then you take your other end and then you just screw it in. And as you screw it in, it's going to go into this rubber line or steel braided line, whatever, and get tighter and tighter on it. And that's what seals it from leaking or whatever. It's going to get to a point where it's going to be really hard to turn. It's easier if you have two adjustables. Fortunately, I only have one, and then these here, I don't even know if they're going to work or not, but it's what I have, so I'm going to try it. I really don't want to use this because it's probably going to damage the paint and everything on this, but it is what it is, I guess. You do what you got to do. So, and you just open this up to the sides for this, and then you just tighten it up. And it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter as you go. Alright, and that's pretty much it. So, kind of messed it up, but it's alright. Right there. That's one line, or one end done. So I'm not too worried about this. I'll probably hit it with some black paint, or I might just leave it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and then this will be able to freely rotate. And then what you'll do, just go ahead and put it where you're going to put it. I'm going to start with the bottom one, because I feel like that one's going to be the harder one to do. And they'll freely rotate until you get it tight where you want it. So get it angled down to where you want it, and then go ahead and tighten it up. And then just get it to where you want to run it at. And yeah, go ahead and run it how you want to run it. We're going to do the bottom one to this side right here, and then the top one will run up, over, and then to the valve cover over on that side. So give or take right here is where we're going to do it at. So I'm going to go ahead and get some tape and everything, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Alright, so got tape and everything, and then I got the fitting on here, kind of like where it's going to be placed at. So I'm probably going to have it welded in about right in this area right here. So it'll be like right there. So you just measure up to about where you guys think. I'm going to take this piece off here to help you measure a little better. But yeah, we're going to put it about right there. So as you see, with some slack in it, roughly about right in this area. So what I will do is grab a piece of tape and then put some tape around it. Alright, and then just go ahead again, measure up to about where you're going to want it. So, say right about here, and then you go ahead and get a marker and mark it. I don't really have one, but right there's my line. So, and then you'll go ahead and cut that, and I'll show you guys how we do that right now. Better blade. This one's a little dulled out from cutting the car, but I'm just trying to smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, and that's about that right there. So that's going to be like that. Go ahead and take this tape back off. So that'll be there. And then your fitting will slide over this, and then you'll tighten this into it. So let's get that part done. We're done with this. Here's that fitting. Go ahead and just take it around. You just do some twisting on it. Push it in. Inside, if you guys look, you'll see where it will meet up. That's how you know when it's all the way in. And just push it, and then it'll be pretty much flush inside. That's how you know. And then you'll take your other end of the fitting once again. then tighten that baby up. And this line is done. I really hate how dirty or how it messed this all up, but it's alright. I'll probably hit it a little bit with a flap or sandpaper or something to get it nice and flat. And yeah, I'll probably just throw a little black paint on it or something. Should be fine though. So now let's get this installed on the car. Alright guys, so I mean there's not really the bung on the what's called the valve cover right now. But yeah, we can always get it to where it needs to be. And voila! Boom! That line is complete and done. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. Alright guys, so now we're gonna measure for the other hose. So we're gonna go from right here run it this way as well, and then that way get it roughly where it'll be right there, and this will be roughly like right here. So about like that. Give it a little bit extra to be on the safe side in case we want to put it up tight against the strut tower or something. So yep, get some tape, get it all done, cut up and put together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut it about right there. Alright, so both ends are now cut. We can go ahead and put the sleeves and fittings on. Fitting on. It is pushed up as far as it will go. A couple more to be on the safe side, but you can clearly see inside and stuff. Always blow them out as much as you can, or run some oil or something through it before you even start your car, just to clean it out from cutting it, you know. But once you get that on, go ahead and get your fitting turned on and tight, and then we're going to go ahead and do this side at the same time. This one's already cut. We can take this tape off of it, and then we'll get this fitting around there and get it pushed on, and then yep, it's all bumped up just flush. That in there as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this tightened up now. Alright, so the catch can is installed here, and then the lines are going here. So you'll have one of the fittings right there, boom, right there. And then the other one's going to be right about right here. So, yep. So those are all ran and stuff. We got one more thing we need to do. We got to install this puppy right here. So let's get this put on. Come on. Get out of the bag. So we got this. Damn, Jimmy. And this will go right here. And then you have your drain right here, so if we need to drain it. So, yep. that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you pretty much install this, other than drilling 2 holes in the valve cover and bolting these 2 up to it, you know. So not sure if I'm gonna end this video now, guys, or if I'm gonna try and get those welding rods tomorrow and get those put on and welded on and everything, and then we'll have this completed. And at that point, I can go ahead and have the powder coated, the valve cover powder coated and everything, and we'll be pretty much done with the catch can. And then we just gotta go through this front end, see what's loose on it, and figure out that oil leak, or fix that oil leak. But I'm hoping, guys, this oil catch can helps us out. So once again, thank you, Maxpeedingrods, for sending this oil catch can out for us and helping us out. And you guys have been a big help on my build on the Accord and the EG. And I know we haven't done a lot of videos on the EG, but I got a bunch of stuff for that car. And I just wanted to focus on the Accord right now, get this completely done. Well, not completely, but running, driving, tunable, and tuned, and stuff like that, where we can actually start driving this car around, and then we can bring the Accord here, put it up in the air and everything, and go busting everything out on that, and we can start driving this around like we did with the Volvo for a little bit, you know. So we'll tag that, probably transfer everything off the Saturn again like we did last time, throw it on this, and we can drive this around for a while and put some miles on the motor, all that, and then take it to the track or whatnot. So that's the plan. So I'm not sure, like I said, if I'm in the video now or I'm gonna end it tomorrow or something, and go ahead and do that. So yeah, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow.